Can you please state your name for the record, spell your last name?
Zach Oles, O-L-E-S.
Where do you work?
Akron Police Department.
What do you do there?
I am a patrol officer on midnight shift.
How long have you been with the Akron Police Department?
4 years.
And prior to that, did you have any law enforcement or military experience?
Military, yes.
And what did that entail?
I spent approximately 5 years in the United States Navy and then approximately 6 years in the United States Army.
And when you joined the Akron Police Department, did you go through training academy?
I did, yes.
And are you currently a recognized certified law enforcement officer in Ohio?
I am, yes.
When you are working with the police department to wear a uniform as you are now?
Yes, sir.
And you regularly patrol in a marked cruiser with operating lights, sirens, and insignia?
Yes.
Now, as a patrol, I want to take, first off, in 2022, were you working the same assignment you do now?
Yes.
And so that was still midnight shift back then?
Yes.
And did you work a regular part of town?
Say that again?
Did you work a regular part of town?
Yes.
And what was that?
At the time, it was District 11.
Okay. And what part of Akron did that cover?
That entailed the Market, Arlington, and Exchange area.
Okay. And at that time, did you have a regular partner?
I did, yes.
Who was that?
It was Officer Film.
And as a patrol officer, what do your duties usually include?
Actively patrolling the area includes responding calls for service and traffic enforcement, things of that nature.
And when it comes to calls for service, are there occasions where you would actually go outside of your district to respond to a call for service or provide backup to other officers?
Yes.
And does that just kind of depend on the nature of the call?
It does. It depends on the priority nature of the call.
Okay. I want to take you to July 25th of 2022. Did you have occasion to respond to a shooting on Maryland in the Kenmore neighborhood?
I did, yes.
And that location, was that in Akron, Summit County, Ohio?
Yes.
And do you remember the nature of the call?
Yes, it came in as a shooting.
Okay. And I mean, we have shootings where somebody's just shooting off a gun out in the street or somebody gets shot. Do you recall what it entailed?
It came in as a shooting. It's differentiated as opposed to a shots fired call. It's its own separate call.
Okay. And when you arrived, what was going on?
At the time, my partner and I were the second unit on scene.
And who was the first unit? Do you remember?
It was Officer Farr and Officer McGarvey at the time.
And the apartment that we're talking about, do you remember who made entrance first?
It would have been Officer Farr and McGarvey were there first.
And when you arrived, what did you and your partner do?
We made contact with that other unit to then go clear the house with them.
Okay. And what does that mean, clearing the house?
When we clear the house, we search for the suspect or any other potential individuals in that house. Make sure it's clear and safe for the scene to.
And when you were, that night, did you have operating Bodycam?
I did, yes.
And did it record your activities that night?
It did, yes.
And have you had a chance to review your Bodycam from that night?
Yes.
And did it, upon your review, did it accurately reflect what happened that night and your activities?
To the best that a camera can, yes.
Okay. And sometimes there's stuff that happens that isn't quite picked up on camera?
Correct, yes.
Your Honor, at this time we'd play a clip from Officer Oles' body cam, be marked States Exhibit 53, I believe.
I have 52.
52? I apologize.
Officer, that's on a swivel, so if you need to swivel that around.
Thank you.
And just in case, with your body cam, when it turns on, Is there sometimes a dead space before audio kicks in?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll have picture but no audio?
For the first 30 seconds, yes.
Okay. What's going on?
Your screensaver's coming up on the.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
Do you have your? It's not the connection. It's your laptop. Do you have it set to?
No. I haven't done anything different.
Okay. Can you plug it back in?
Why don't you shut your computer off and turn it back on? That's what all good IT people tell you to do.
Yeah, on your little speaker.
Can't tell me.
Step outside for me.
I'll let it speak with them? Okay.
Hey, sir. Akron police. Hey, there's a dog.
Just a little chihuahua.
Yeah, it's okay. Akron police. There's a back door open. Right here, we got an open door. Is there another? Open back door.
No,
Okay,
there's no other victim, no.
I feel like are you gonna put out a description? Yeah, you check underneath that. What's the description of the?
So I want to pause it right here. Time mark 2:18 for this particular video clip. At this point, there's a lot of people in the room. Can you just describe what's going on?
So at this time, after we've cleared and confirmed that the scene is safe, EMS was approved to come into the apartment and start working on the victim.
Okay. And is that the end of, and so the EMS personnel, is that them in the middle of the screen?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And then the officer over to what would be the left of the screen, who was that?
That's Officer Farr.
And then the officer, I know his face is currently blocked, but standing on the right, directly in front of you, who was that?
That's his partner who came with him, Officer McGarvey.
And to keep it paused, in the background lying on the couch, was that the victim?
Yes.
I didn't hear it. Looks like she got hit in the base of the skull. In the back. Was it? Ron? I don't see it.
Service. 11 here, service. Vehicle to code 21, please. Taxi review.
Okay. You. Yeah. Who's Brian? Who's Brian? That's her boyfriend? And he was part of this. So Brian, Adam, and Quinton were also getting down. Who said that? Adam did? At what door? Was there a back door?
Yeah.
Phil, there's a back open glass, sliding glass door. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what, you know what Quinton was wearing today? We have... Yeah. That same thing on it? Oh, where's he live? On his part of Wilbur? On Wilbur? On what side? That way? Somebody go check if there's a red car. What kind of red car? A red Jeep with patches. Yeah. So it's right here. That singer. General cut. You guys think they're general? General probably, yeah. She's still got some electrical activity. But okay. Yeah, I got I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. What's her name? Adam. Brian and her? Okay. How long have they been over What's the possible suspect, Phil? What's the possible suspect? The possible suspect's Quinton Nixon, a 31-year-old black male. Okay. I'm not going to see if I can find him.
possible suspect is going to be a Quinton Nixon, 31-year-old black male. Looks like they went out the back sliding door.
Shot in the left arm, back, neck.
Can you repeat that for me? Quinton Nixon, black male, 31 years old. Copy, you got a correction. Negative.
Yeah, hopefully that's good job of that. Lower the floor. We're getting ready to come through, guys.
Yeah, so why don't you come this way? Go to the other side so they can get her out.
I'm sorry.
3, quick follow, reference that.
Alright, stand by for a bolo.
Per officers on scene, Quinton Valdez Nixon. DOB 718 and 91. He's 5'11", 195, brown over brown. His last OL picture has him medium skinned with a little short afro. Last address on the OL is Everton, but he doesn't have a current one. And a bolo. He lays out and about.
And a bolo to the head. Alright, we're good.
I'll plug the paddles there, Cliff, just so we're going down. What do you need carry? Monitor. I got it. I have red bag on the, I'll grab it, I got it.
Got a bag?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to look for a fire?
Sir, does that video accurately reflect from when you entered the apartment up through when EMS took the victim out?
Yes.
We saw on the video there were 2 separate bedrooms. You went into the one, we saw how the glass door was open. Did you still go into the other bedroom?
I did, yes.
And was your body cam working then?
Yes.
And were you able to review that body cam?
A little bit, yes.
At this time, state would move to play what would be marked as State's Exhibit 53. And just to pause for one quick second and back it up. At the time that you went in later, could you have turned off your mic for your body cam?
Yes.
And do you recall why you went into this particular bedroom?
I do not recall exactly why I went to the bedroom.
Objection, Your Honor.
Basis.
I would ask that the prosecutor have the witness identify the exhibits he's testifying to.
He asked him if he reviewed his body-worn camera. He said yes.
And I do want to pause this right at approximately 27 seconds into this clip.
That objection's overruled. Go ahead.
The little black dot up here in the wall, do you recall that from that night?
I do, yes.
Do you recall what that was?
It's a bullet hole.
And pausing again, this white spot on the TV. Do you recall seeing that?
I do, yes.
And what was that?
That's also a bullet hole.
And then, nope, it's not pausing. We see that there is also another black dot and kind of a line along the door. Do you recall those from that night?
I do, yes.
And what did those appear to be from your experience?
A bullet hole.
So from your experience, could it have been the bullet traveled through, grazed down the door, hit the TV, and went into the other wall?
Yes.
Does that video accurately reflect when you went into Angel McLean's room?
Yes.
And then in the course of your being on scene, did it come about to be known that a neighbor had a surveillance system?
Yes.
Was that the downstairs neighbor?
Yes.
Did you make contact with them?
I did, yes.
And when you made contact with them, did that neighbor access their system?
Yes.
And were they able to find video of people from that apartment?
Yes.
Were you able to observe that video as they played it?
Yes.
And did you take any action to try to preserve that video yourself?
I did, yes.
And what was that?
I moved my camera to get the best angle that I could of his video at the time.
And why did you do that?
Just in case to preserve the video. In some cases, some individuals can't pull the video from a hard drive, or it's more difficult, or something of that nature, just in case they get a secondary backup for that video.
So it was kind of just proactive preservation?
Absolutely.
And was that recorded on your body cam?
It is, yes.
Were you able to review that portion of your body cam?
Yes.
And was it an accurate recording?
Yes.
All right. So at this time, state would move what will be marked as State's Exhibit 54, Your Honor.
Yep.
On it just in case. That's him up there. Oh, yeah.
So, first mail, 118 technically. But I don't know, who's this look like to you? Look, gun in hand.
Oh, yeah. That looks like that Adam dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's hard to tell. Look, he's pointing. He turns.
That's a champion.
Yeah.
That's what Adam, that's,
Yeah. So that was, you think that's Adam?
that is Adam.
Okay. Then second white dude.
Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian's all tatted up.
Okay. So, last dude, see, takes purse out, drops purse.
Yeah, that's definitely Quinton. And a female jumps out?
Yeah, about 2 minutes later.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it that
It might be the one that
Angel?
was seen. No. Mm-mm.
Oh, really? It's not Angel?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask Angel. Sorry to keep opening your door, man. You good?
Yeah, if they can record it, this is probably the best way.
It's all good.
It's normally quiet over here.
Huh?
It's normally quiet over here on this part of Maryland.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Normally it's the boulevard in the north.
Yeah, sometimes it's quiet. It's like basically they're the only issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the only issue. Normally I'd be at work right now. I was off tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where you work at?
Lydell with Sale.
Okay.
Yeah, I work over there. I operate production. I work third shift. I just took the night off.
Oh, okay.
And I have
Well,
to see all this
we
crap.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, it's good timing for us, I guess.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so she's gonna.
Yeah, she go.
Yeah.
You guys know them guys pretty well, huh?
So just with like talking to the other people already up there,
Yeah.
and you know, based off of statements,
Oh, okay.
we could determine kind of who's who. All right. I'm gonna.
Does that